Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. It's Thankful Thursday. Are you up? Are you awake? Are you grateful? I am. I'm grateful to see all of these beautiful names and all you beautiful peas coming in. Good morning, Andrea Gregg. Thank you for sharing. Brandy. Yes, happy Thankful Thursday. Kathy Hand. Good morning. Kathleen Caputo. Oh, hi, Mama Huddle Bear. I'm so glad you're here. Sherry Graham, good morning to you. Oh, wow. It's a beautiful day, or as I like to say, it's a great day to have a great day. Oh, good morning, Jennifer. I wasn't sure you'd be able to join us, but hello and thank you for being here. All right, let's go into our hearts. Hand on your heart and smile on your face. And we're going to take a deep breath in. Breathe in love. Breathe in joy. Breathe in gratitude. Hold all of that in your heart and release. And we're going to do it again. Whew. Breathe in love. Breathe in joy. Breathe in peace. And release. On this next breath, you know what to do. Bring somebody into your heart to give them a big heart hug. Breathing right into the heart, all that love and joy, peace, gratitude. And hug somebody tight. As we raise our vibration up, up, up to that higher plane and relax. Oh, you slept more than 4 hours. I think I did too. Yeah, I had a hard time falling asleep and I was a little bit restless. I was throwing covers off of me. I was pulling covers on me. It's just, I just looked at the weather. It's 29 degrees here. Okay, I thought it was warmer than yesterday, but it's colder than yesterday. We had snow here. It was so beautiful coming down. It didn't land, it didn't stay on the ground, but at least I was able to look at it, and I love that. All right, so it is Thursday. What in the world are you grateful for? Just share your gratitude, type it in there, and let's see what that is. See what we're all grateful for. I'm grateful for you, every one of you. I'm grateful for opening my eyes this morning. I'm grateful for this world that I'm in, that I chose to be here. Sometimes we gripe and complain about the world, don't we? But we chose to be here. And where's our Deirdre? There she is. Good morning, Deirdre. Oh, I'm so glad you're here and thank you for sharing. And it is thankful Thursday. I'll get my tongue untwisted. And I think the message from the angels was just perfect for this morning. So I'm going to read that, do our story time. Where's our Brookie? Brookie likes story time. I don't see her in here yet. But we've got a good amount of people. I'll go ahead and get started. And Auntie Jean, I'm grateful I found my family. I'm grateful you did too, honey. We all are. So the message from the angels from last night is called Rejoice and Be Glad. The Dalai Lama said just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Boy, isn't that the truth? And we do that in the morning when we come in here. It's positive, it's uplifting, and that's why this feels so good to be together in the morning, isn't it? So each morning, we are presented with a blank canvas. As the sun rises, so does the opportunity to paint our day with the colors of our thoughts. It is a quiet truth, Just one small positive thought in the morning can ripple through the hours ahead, transforming not only your day, but your entire outlook on life. I don't recall when I first heard the phrase, "It's a great day to have a great day," but it has stuck with me through the years, and I began using it upon awakening in the morning and adding in gratitude for another day alive. As I start my day with this mindset, I know that there's nothing more important than taking that holy breath and expressing gratitude. Dear angels, why does such a simple act hold so much power? Why does it feel so good just to say those simple words? Thank you for another day, another chance to make a difference in the world. Dear ones, your minds are like fertile gardens, ready to grow whatever seeds you plant. A positive thought is a seed of light, hope, and joy. When you nurture it, it grows strong and vibrant, crowding out the weeds of doubt and negativity. The secret lies in beginning your day with intention, choosing what one thought that uplifts and inspires you. Imagine waking up and telling yourself, "Today is full of endless possibilities." This single affirmation can shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of curiosity and excitement. Instead of dreading challenges, you start to see them as opportunities for growth. Instead of focusing on obstacles, you begin to notice pathways. Starting your day with a positive thought doesn't mean dismissing life's difficulties. It means grounding yourself in hope and resilience before facing them. It's like putting on a coat of armor, one made of optimism and grace. This one small shift in the morning creates a ripple effect. A smile replaces a frown. Patience replaces frustration. And gratitude replaces complaints. Your positivity becomes contagious, influencing those around you. What if everyone began their day with one positive thought? How might that change the energy of a household, a workplace, a community, or even your planet? The beauty is that it doesn't require grand gestures or hours of effort. It begins in the quiet moments before the rush of the day takes over. Remember, the morning is your sacred time to align with the energy you wish to carry forward. By choosing one small positive thought, you hold the power to shift your entire day. And as each day builds upon the next, you create a life grounded in positivity and purpose. Give praise for each new day, just as the psalmist did. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Dear angels, today I promise to continue my practice of giving gratitude for each day that I open my eyes. It is really important, and I figured that out years ago, that if I can just wake up and instead of immediately jumping up out of bed, hitting the floor, it may be cold, there may not be coffee yet, maybe I'm still hungover from the anxiety or worries about yesterday. Instead of doing all that, why not stay in bed for just a second? That's all it takes. I mean, seriously, that's all it takes. Just a couple of seconds to lay there, open your eyes or leave them closed, and say, "What a great day. This is a great day to have a great day. I am going to choose how I'm going to show up today, and thank you, God, that I have breath in me, that I've opened my eyes, that I can be with my peas, that I can do those things which honor God. So, yeah, it's important. What an important message, and what an important way to start each and every day. So, let's see who we gained. We got our Leo in here. Good morning. Catherine Kovacs, good morning to you. And what else we got? Julie Kiss. I don't know if I said good morning to you. And Kathy Hansen, my favorite kind of snow, the kind that looks pretty but doesn't stick around. It's 35 where you are. Well, you're warmer than me, girl. Blue is here. Good morning, Blue. And Kathy says, I'm grateful for my home, protection from the elements, financial stability, and physical and emotional health. Prayers for those who are struggling during this holiday season, and prayers that the Lord will guide me to find ways to use my talents in helping others. I love that. Thank you, Kathy. And Sherry, so grateful for this message today. This group starts my day in such a positive way. Thanks, Kathy. And thank you, Kathy, for bringing Sherry to us. I'm so glad you did. There's our Brookie and Max and Dylan. I was asking about you before I did story time, but hopefully you can go read it because it's an amazing story about how important gratitude is in our life, how important our mindset is first thing in the morning when we wake up. We have a choice. And what will that choice be today? What have you all made as a choice for today? Share with us. What's your choice in this day? And how is that going to affect you going throughout your day? I'm going to pull a Kuan Yin card, and we're going to do some messages from the angels in my pocket. And let's see what they have to say. And start thinking of a name for the new little book that will be out next month. I'm going to intend that it's going to be out next month because I want you to have a full year of working with these little books when they do come out. Blue said, thankful for this magical place where clocks have their own time, where you can feel the fae and other fabulous entities, a place where my four-legged ones are symbiotic with the vibe energy flow of love, and Babel is happy. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad she's not a frozen Babel right now. Kathy, yes, absolutely. Sherry fits in so perfectly with our family. Good morning, Michelle Landers. Oh, thank you, sweetie, for being here. All right, so our message from Kuan Yin is, it's never too late. It's never too late. If you have forgotten who you are, know that your true self has not gone away and never will. Underneath every layer of conditioning, under all twisting and turning and trying to fit into some shape to please others, your true self remains true, ready and waiting to rise up in original gorgeousness and glory. It's never too late for you to choose to be you. It definitely is never too late to choose a better feeling thought, to have an attitude of gratitude, to just start your morning with love. So I love Kuan Yin's guidance, and yes, it goes right along with what the angels had for us. Hope, good morning, honey. Thank you for coming in. And Hope says, greetings, beautiful souls. Love to all. I'm grateful for having my prayer warriors. I am not so worried about the illness that Rio is dealing with. Aww. I love that. Just fall back into grace, fall into trust. That's what it's all about. So Kathleen has asked for page 16. I still haven't seen our Sally and Tony, so let's call them in here. Whoever you don't see, just call them in, say their name. That's how you get them in here. All right, so what did I say? 17? 16 for Kathleen. Okay, let's go there. Page 16. Be open to the miracles that unfold, for in doing so, you deepen your spiritual connection and embark on a path illuminated by the divine. Embrace the miracles and let them inspire your soul's journey. Sometimes we need to embrace those miracles before we see the fruition of them, before we see them with our physical eyes. We can just really embrace and celebrate and love the miracles that we know are there, that we know are already happening. And Hope, I feel like that's what you're doing. You're embracing the miracle. And then, like Dr. Dyer says, you'll see it when you believe it. So add in that element of trust and faith and belief and watch those miracles flow. Page 33 says Miss Brandy. So let's go there. Page 33. Remember that your wounds do not define you. However, they do have the power to fuel your purpose in life. I love this. We've all had wounds. We've all had experiences, and some of those were not so kind. But what do we do with that? Do we dwell on how bad things are or were? Or do we let them fuel our purpose for being here? We all have a purpose. We all have a reason that we chose to come here to this planet. And yeah, sometimes we go into a thought about those times that weren't so happy and carefree, but we don't have to stay there. That's the beauty of it. You don't live there anymore. Yes, it happened, and like the message said, we're not denying that there are challenges. We're not denying that, life is full of these experiences, and some of them happen with our sandpaper. So that sandpaper's there to help shape us into a beautiful soul that just shines a light out so gracefully. So thank you, Brandy, for choosing that page. And Kathy says page 12, please. Oh, let me read Leo's message before I do page 12. My attitude for today is not to procrastinate. I'm getting it done. I'm making it count. We only have a couple of weeks until next year. I want to start ready and not have to deal with pending stuff from the past. Right, I hear you. So Leo, I don't know if you heard from a couple of days ago, our little family is going to write a book. And Hope, I don't think you were that morning Cuppa at either. We're writing the second Changes book. I've written one that's on Amazon if you want to see what that's all about. It's life stories and how we got to the other side and how our life has changed after going through an experience. So I'm asking anyone that wants to participate in writing your story to contact me and let me know. I've heard from one person. Can't make a book with one story. So if you want to have your story in the book, contact me. You can do it over Facebook Messenger, text message, you can call me, and let's set up a time when we can talk to discuss your story. And you're not going to have to do it all on your own. After you write down your thoughts and put it together, we'll edit it and tweak it and get it ready to publish in a book. So the book is going to be called Changes. What is it, Deirdre? A Cosmic Symphony is part of the subtitle. But we're excited. And Leo, I would love to have your story. And Hope, I would love to have your story. And Zena. And I know Kathy's going to be in it and her son Colin. So, yeah, Brandy says, wow, you and I were talking about this a little yesterday, about the message. We absolutely were, Brandy. And so Spirit's talking to you. You know, I've always heard that when you hear a message two different times, pay attention. Spirit's trying to work with you and talk to you about something. All right, so what else we got? Blue says, Hope has been in her thoughts. She absolutely has. She's in all of our hearts, our little Hope. And Auntie Jean says, Blue, my clocks have caught your clock virus. They stop on me or take breaks, so you never have the correct time. I'm about to just not even bother to reset them over and over. Hey, we can live without clocks. We have an internal clock. Linda Lemieux, good morning. And Blue says, oh, that's what you were saying about stories. I came in at the end of it that day. Yep, you did. But reach out to me. Let me know that you would like to share your story with the world. And this book, Changes, it's the second one, like I said, in the series. And it's going to be beautiful because we are all beautiful. And our beautiful stories are going to fill it up. Oh, Leo, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're going to share. And Kathy says, I really want to share with that story. This weekend, we are going to visit Bob's parents, so hopefully we can work something out next weekend. I will message Colin and see if he'd like to share his change story too. Awesome. It doesn't have to be on the weekend. We can schedule at your convenience. And the talk, we won't be on the phone that long to talk about your story, just to get you flowing with ideas and inspiration. And then you'll be writing your story, and then we'll talk again about the story. So it's a process, but we have to get it started. That's the thing. We're hoping to have a deadline of July 4th of 2025. So anyone that's interested, get in touch with me, and it's going to happen. Hopefully with you. Okay, so we are at page 12. Dear ones, breaking free from the chains of trauma is a journey, not a destination. It's about learning to live with the scars while refusing to be defined by them. What a beautiful message. And I think that's going to be our last message from the tiny book. And let's start putting prayer requests in, because it is that time. It's time to look at who's in your life that needs prayers and lift them up. And Blue says, I will remind you of that, Teri, the next time you're here and your timekeeper does not seem relevant. I wonder. I don't know if my story will fit. It might be too out there. Oh, I think all of our stories are going to be out there. If you look at the stories in the first Changes book, yeah, that won't even be a thought, Blue Jean, because we shared real, we shared raw. We didn't hold back. And that's the thing. Don't hold back. Just share what's going to inspire somebody else. And yeah, whatever you feel has to be totally your decision if you want to share. And I think definitely we're going to have some wonderful, amazing, inspirational things to share to the world. Auntie Jean says, I was thinking of writing about what it is like to find and keep your trust as you are older. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you want to share. I encourage all of you to look at what was in Changes. And I had said, maybe I'll read some of those stories on the air so you can just get the gist of what Changes looks like. Is there a word number limit? Yeah, I guess there's going to have to be. I didn't really do that, I don't think, with the first changes, but I think we're going to have more participation with this one. So let me look at what that looks like and see what the words amounts were in the first book. And that'll kind of give me a guide. And I'll let you know, Michelle. Thank you for asking. And Deirdre has our daily prayer. And Hope says, perfect, Mama P. I've been itching to write my book, but like Leo said, enough with the procrastination. I think being a part of changes will kick me up the jacksie, whatever a jacksie is. Oh, Hope, I'm so glad that you're inspired. And we'll be very, very, very happy to have that Hope story in our book. All right, so Deirdre has our prayer for the day for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, and prayers for our country. Thank you. Thank you, Deirdre. I appreciate that. We certainly do need those prayers. This part of the country is really hurting. So those who were ravaged by Hurricane Helene, there are a lot of families still without homes, without shelter, living in tents. And I saw a message last night that it did snow in that area and it did stick to the ground. So they're living in tents with snow on the ground. So please, if you can help in any way, if you can just bring more attention to it, for one thing, and we just need to get help to these people. Marianne Williamson was there last night doing a fundraiser and trying to help out with getting some people to shelter. I don't know how it went. I was going to go, but when it got to be snowy and rainy, I'm like, I'm not traveling in that. So I chose to stay in my comforts because being cold just don't get along. I didn't even go out yesterday. I stayed snuggled up and did a lot of work, a lot of working on the class, the workshop that we have going on. And I'm so excited. If you all didn't get your email or you haven't looked at it yet, please look at your email because we got stuff to do. We got a lot of work to do. All right. Brandy would like to pray for Charlie for love, comfort, and healing. Thank you, Brandy. I haven't had an update from him. I was hoping to have one today after he had the procedure yesterday. Linda, please pray for my sister Martha. She has extreme back pain. Also, please pray for my friend Shelley. She's in hospice. And thank you, Linda, for bringing them to us. Julie Kiss, prayers for all in need. And yes, Hope it will have all of us will, but Hope especially. We've watched her go through this struggle ever since we've known our Hope. So let's get that out in writing to inspire the world. And Blue says, Jean, my twin, I love that. For me, finding trust was an inside job of self. Until I could do that, trust really seemed like a mirage. Well, I'm hearing then that the story that you share will focus on how trust came to help you to overcome situations and challenges in your life. So we'll work on it. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Write your story, yes, but then we will work on how that looks when people read it in the book and how they can be inspired by the trust that you learned. Kathleen, please pray that I can find a wonderful home health aide for my elderly cousin, Charlotte, in Florida, and someone she can afford. The long-term care insurance that she has paid for since 2006 is useless. I'm sorry to hear that, Kathleen. And let's pray that she can get somebody in there that will help her. All right, Linda, could you get a link to that situation? Yes, there's one organization that I know is really in there helping a lot. So I'll get some of those resources out to all of you. If you choose to help out, they could use blankets, they could use heaters, any supplies that you can send in there. And so I'll get that to you. Oh, Noelle's here. Thank you, Noelle. Thank you. She says there's lots of info and she put a link in. Oh, I so appreciate you, Noelle and Bob. This is my family that I'm staying with right now, and I appreciate them so very much. Information about Hurricane Helene, disasters, and needs. Thank you, Noelle and Bob. And Leo says, hope the same here. I always wanted to write a book, but never thought I'd be able to since I can't read a full book because of ADHD. But I'm currently writing fitness articles for a local magazine, which I turn into a holistic fitness book about body, mind, and soul. Like Mama P said earlier, we'll see it when we believe it. Well, Leo, your writing in that magazine is beautiful. So I'm so glad you're going to share a story with us. All right, let's go into our hearts. Let's really focus on grace, on benevolence, on love. Let's pull that energy into our hearts today as we go into our prayer time, lifting up those that are in need. We don't have our Sally, but she always offers a prayer for the lost, the lonely, the homeless, those who are living in fear of another, those who are living without the basic human needs that we have for survival. So as we go into our heart space, just hold an image of you. See you being benevolent in the world. See you raising your hand out to someone who may be a little less fortunate than you, who could need a helping hand, someone who could use a hug. So just raise your hand. Raise your hand and say, I choose to be benevolent today. I choose to share love from my heart. I choose to share inspiration. I choose to share my joy, my love, my hope, and my trust. See how that feels. How does that feel inside of here, inside of your heart space? Put a smile on your face. Marietta tells us that smile means that spirit is magnifying incredible loving energy coming from inside of you. So breathe into that heart and smile. And as you do so, and as you think about how you can shine your light in the world, feel your vibration and your frequency rising up. Let's go up. Marietta says up, up, up. And then my dear friend Sharon in spirit says, where are we going? We're going higher yet. So feel your energy rise. Just take a moment with that. Holding that vision of you, raising your hands out, being a benevolent soul here on the planet, offering yourself, offering your love, your light. Feel yourself rising. See you going up above the tree lines, up above the mountains. See yourself going into the clouds. Feel the soft fluffiness of those clouds. And then go higher yet. Let's raise our frequency beyond the fourth dimension, going into the fifth dimension of love and light. See that bright light shining all over you, coming from the top of your head and going all the way down the length of your body. Just feel that energy flow as you keep lifting higher and higher, going up through the dimensions. And let's raise our frequency together to rise up to the great central sun, Let's just be in the presence of the Creator, presence of what I term God. You can call it anything you wish, but just sit with that energy, this higher vibration, and be filled with that love. Be filled with hope. Be filled with inspiration. And let's bring forth all of our prayer requests. We have a long list that we revisit weekly. We also have prayers for those who are struggling, and we offer special prayers for our Hope, for our Deirdre, for our Blue Jean, and her beautiful animals who are struggling, Gizmo, Dolly. We lift up Noelle, praying for miracles in her life, complete and total healing, the miracle that happens when we have faith enough to believe. I want to add Bob in there. Bob has a bad back right now and back pain, so let's lift Bob up for complete healing. Let's pray for emotional healing. Many of our family is dealing with that right now. So lifting those up who are struggling with challenges and struggles of the past and learning to navigate how to get through that. We lift up Charlie, asking for complete healing for Charlie and anyone going through your physical challenge. Now envision that you have all of these prayers written out on pieces of paper, and you can see it. You can see each piece of paper right there in your hand. Now let's see a box just sitting there in the middle of our circle. As we sit with the Creator completes the circle, and right beside the Creator is Jesus and Divine Mother. And they're looking at this empty box. Put your piece of paper into the box, the paper where you have written out who you want to pray for, who you want to lift up, and maybe your name is on there. Put your own name in the box, asking to be seen, heard, acknowledged, and for all of our prayers to be answered for the best and highest good of all. And as each one places your paper in the box, just say thank you. Thank you. I love you. How many times do we remember to say that to God? Thank you for answered prayer. Thank you for healing. Thank you for guidance in our lives. So when the box is complete and you've placed all the papers in there, together, let's close the lid. Closing that lid indicates that we no longer hold on to it. We're turning it over. We're releasing it. All we had to do was be the conduit to bring it forth. And now we present that box to the divine, trusting, having faith that every prayer is answered. Now put that smile back on your face, and let's bring our vibration and our energy and our thoughts back down to where we are, sitting here together as a beautiful family. Breathe it out. Know that we have been seen. We have been heard. And now we're going to share with each other. So those words that we say, so important. Thank you. I love you. Those are the words we share with each other. And now that you have unburdened and you have let your prayers just go where they need to go, you can smile, you can relax, we can hear Leo singing to us, and we can get on with our day. And no, I don't have a Charlie update, Blue. I'm hoping to have that today. I'll reach out and see if they can tell me anything and I'll share it with you. All right, so here's Leo. And here we are. I love you. Oh, thank you, Linda Shawdas. Thank you for joining us. And I see your prayer, Blue Jean. I'll add that to our list. And Joanne, hi, sweet one. Prayers of gratitude. We're all walking each other home. We may come into a space we do not know how to navigate, but so thankful for friends on the path, this group. Maybe we can't change things for each other, but we continually learn how to grow through our challenges and hopefully come out on the other side as a better person. Absolutely. Andrea, thank you for starting this off with a thank you. I love you all so much. Michelle Landers. And Linda Lemieux, I will put Linda M in our prayer list. Thank you, Sherry. Love you too. Here's Linda's thank you. I love you. Brandy. Now Leo. Mama Hug a Bear. I'm so glad you were with us today. Deirdre, I need a Deirdre update on how you're doing, honey. I think you're getting ready to have some surgery, so let me know how you're doing. Auntie Jean, so much love to you. You all are so beautiful. Aren't we all beautiful as we gather together in the mornings? Thank you, Hope. Ricky, Dylan, and hi, Max. Did Max go up, up, up? Accept, align, allow. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five because the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five because the AAA. Okay, let's don't forget to help Leo at the end of the song. Thank you, Deirdre. Namaste, y'all. There you go, Deirdre. Thank you. Ending our song with a big woo. Thank you, Michelle. Woo. All right. So keep that smile going. Keep the love flowing. Stay in your heart because that's where you're going to find the peace that you want. It's in your heart. It's inside of you, not on the outside. So let's all bring more peace into the world today. More love, more light, more woos, more reasons to have gratitude. I love you so much. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning for Morning Cup of Joy with our Fridays. Can you believe it's going to be Friday already? This week flew by, didn't it? All right. So namaste, y'all.